Hello, I'm Dave Reynolds from Geosyntech Consultants, the principal investigator on this project. Today, I'm going to demonstrate the Tempo interactive learning environment. There are 3 colored buttons on the main Tempo page. Selecting the yellow button launches the user's guide. I suggest to right-click and launch it in a new tab such that it is easily accessible during your use of Tempo. The Tools and Resources button, I also suggest opening this in a new tab, brings up hyperlinks to a number of different guidance documents for site investigation and long-term monitoring. Let's go ahead and dive into Tempo by selecting the blue button. This will bring up the login window. Now, Tempo is anonymous, so your login can be anything you want. However, it does need to be something unique that will not be used by someone else. So I suggest using your email address. Providing your email address will not result in any communications of any form. After entering your username, you will have to select one of the 4 sites. Remember that Tempo calls each of the sites VSDs. Once Tempo loads, you will see this screen. Tempo is GIS-based and everything is map-driven. You will notice in the top right a field called Attempt ID. You can attempt each of the first 3 sites as many times as you want. The 4th site only allows a single attempt. Think of Site 4 as the final exam. Each of the sites comes with a Phase 1 report. The report is accessed via the hyperlink at the top left of the screen. The Phase 1 will automatically open in its own tab. The Phase 1 contains the history of the site, as well as the results of some preliminary site investigation, and should be read carefully prior to beginning any site investigation. The data and information obtained in the Phase 1 investigations is already included in each site in Tempo at the start. Each of the identified areas of environmental concern are indicated with the green squares, and the 6 boreholes installed during the Phase 1 are also shown. The map can be moved around, as well as zoomed out and zoomed in. So the site investigation process is performed by deploying tools, interpreting the data, deploying additional tools, and refining your CSM with each piece of additional data. The available tools are displayed on the left-hand side menu. Deploying a tool is straightforward. Click the New Tool button, select a tool, in this case we're going to do a borehole, enter the required information, and provide a unique name. To place your tool, you can either manually enter coordinates in eastings and northings, or drop a pin on the map and place that pin where you want it, and then click Submit Entry. While we wait, it is important to understand that each site in Tempo contains up to 1 billion pieces of information that has to be processed with the deployment of each tool based on the selections made by the user. At times, and for certain tools, this can take up to 30 seconds. Each time a tool is deployed, Tempo will generate a tool report that is based on what you would expect to see in practice. This is the bore log from our first tool deployment. The log contains geologic information as well as a PID screen and notations where visual NAPL was observed. It is okay to close this as this information is stored elsewhere. You can now see the deployed tool has been placed on the map. If you select the location and then select the hyperlink that pops up, you will again be able to look at the bore log as generated. There are 2 other features of note here. The View Locations tab provides the geographical information for each tool, should you want to export this to another program. The Cost Summary brings up the total cost you've spent on site investigation to date. Here, we've installed 1 borehole at a cost of $3,390. Soil samples can be obtained from any borehole drilled. Select a new tool, Select Soil Analytical Sample, enter the sampling interval, select the borehole, in this case we only have one, select one or more analytes, and give it a new name. Submit entry. Tempo will generate a laboratory report containing the analytical data that was requested. Now, if you want to take a groundwater sample, first you have to install a monitoring well. Specify screen top and screen bottom. Select the borehole that you're going to install the monitoring well in, and again, provide a unique name. Tempo will then generate a new tool report, which is very similar in this case to the previous tool report for the borehole. All of the same information of geology and PID. We now also see that the well construction details have been added, as well as the location of that soil sample that was taken. Now that we have a monitoring well, we can take a groundwater sample. Let's just look at VOCs, give it a unique name. If we go back to our view submissions, we now see here's our groundwater analytical sample, and here are the results. Let's deploy one more tool. And let's look at a membrane interface probe, or MIP. This is very similar to a borehole. Start depth, end depth, give it a name, set the location. In this case, let's do it a little bit south of where we did our borehole. Submit entry. Tempo will generate a standard MIP report. Here we have the traces of our two detectors, our ECD and our PID, electrical conductivity, and in Tempo the MIP tool is coupled with the HPT tool, so we get an estimated hydraulic conductivity profile. Let's look at total costs now. After one borehole, one soil sample, one monitoring well, one groundwater sample, and one MIP run, we spent a grand total of $9,510. The idea from here is to continue the site investigation process until you have gathered enough information that you are confident in the accuracy of your CSM and in your ability to provide answers for the metrics listed earlier. Once at that point, select the Evaluation button and enter the evaluation routine. I'm going to change users now to one I did earlier that has much more available site information. When you're ready to submit your CSM, just select the Evaluation button at the bottom of the screen. Across the top of the new screen, you will see the different categories that must be completed for the evaluation. The two red lines represent the locations of the cross-sections that are required for the geology portion of the evaluation. So first, we'll select Site Geology. And you will see a cross-section with all adjacent borehole logs superimposed. The evaluation module requires you to draw the aquatards that exist in the cross-section. Moving on to Site Hydrogeology, you are asked to draw the direction of groundwater flow. This will be done by dragging the pin in the direction of groundwater flow. Before submitting or saving your vector, make sure that you fill out the hydraulic gradient and flux information. The next step is to outline the source or source zones. There can be multiple source zones if that is what your CSM determined. As part of the source zone selection, the user must also specify the top and bottom elevation of all source zones, as well as an estimate of the DNAPL and LNAPL mass in each source. Finally, the user must indicate what any NAPL is composed of. Following the data addition, the user is required to draw the source zone or zones on the map. To draw the source zone on the map, click to start drawing, and every time you click, Tempo will add another point and create an enclosed polygon, and when you're done, you just double click. The user will then be asked to do pretty much the same thing for all of the plumes. The final step in the evaluation is to estimate the mass discharge from the sources. Once all the information has been entered and you are happy with your CSM, you can then submit it for evaluation against other users of Tempo, or perhaps to see how much better you did if this is a subsequent attempt at the same VSD. In the scoring window in Tempo, each gray dot represents a previous user's estimate for geology, hydrogeology, plume, and source. The large orange dot represents the current estimate, and a smaller orange dot represents your past estimates to gauge the improvement you have achieved during the process.
This is just one of a number of videos highlighting key results from different CERTA and ESTCP research projects. Just go to YouTube and search for CERTA ESTCP microlectures to see more of these.